USA, onto UK, onto Switzerland, onto Canada, onto Australia, onto Taiwan, onto Brazil, onto the US. Love you, Juju, I know too. Mama sent a photo, mama sent a photo, mama sent a photo. Oh yeah, back up your celeb, oh yeah, back up your elo. Onto USA, onto UK, onto Switzerland, onto Canada, onto Australia, onto Taiwan, onto Brazil, onto the US. Love you, Juju, I know too. Mama sent a photo, mama sent a photo, mama sent a photo. Oh yeah, back up your celeb, oh yeah, back up your elo. Onto USA, onto UK, onto Switzerland, onto Canada, onto Australia, onto Taiwan, onto Brazil, onto the US. Love you, Juju, I know too. Mama sent a photo, mama sent a photo.
Showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the NPCL, the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. It is your boy Priest, and I'm here with Sly, the main man. Sly, how you feeling tonight?
I'm good. Judging from what we saw last week, I think this week it should be a different level. I'm seeing teams that have been hurt because they've taken their spot from them, and there's going to be a whole lot of drama in the match day 13. So bring it on. Let's bring up the energy.
Yes, sir. Let's bring up the energy. So let's see the fixtures that we've got planned on tonight, and take us through this slide. Look at tonight's fixtures. What do you see? What is the potential you see these fixtures, man?
Exactly, like I was saying, there are a lot of teams out there that have lost their positions to some other teams. So I'm seeing a lot more passion with which these fixtures will be set. And we're into match day 13, and this is how they will look like. JP Goons and FanQuest Pro will be doing battle. JP Goons were extremely impressed with how they performed in match day 12. Can they keep on doing great works? They take on FanQuest Pro this time around. Toka FC are newly crowned league leaders. Not crowned champions, but crown them league leaders for now, because they have officially overtaken FLS FC in the league standings. Can they be able to keep their hot streak of not being beaten so far in the league? They take on Die Hard FC, who are currently struggling in the league on the 14th position on the table. KD Sports and Big Guns, that's also another tied battle. 7th place versus 8th place, just separated by 3 points. Big Guns currently on top of KD Sports with just 3 points. So like I said, there's a lot of passion with which these games are covered. I think they're perfectly poised for what promises to be excellent action here today in match day 13. Every single game that will be on the live broadcast, it's one you definitely don't want to miss out. FLS FC, the team who will be wounded from battle from last week as they lost to Get Club Course 3-0, lost their top spots. They'll be taking on another big gun in that one, Nameless Chaos. FLS FC seems like the tough matches, they are just coming back to back, and I just hope that they're able to keep their mettle and still continue to be able to play well, because after last week's loss, the momentum could drop. But if they want to prove to us that they are worthy of becoming the NPCL champions, they've got to beat the likes of Nameless Chaos. Nameless Chaos as well are also doing extremely well, currently in 4th position with 30 points, just also 4 points off Toka FC. A reminder that if Nameless Chaos are also able to beat FLS FC, they'll be on the same points as well. Agbado FC, Afro Panda, another tie contested game. 5th position Agbado, 6th position Afro Panda. They are both on 21 points. It's crazy out here. It's so crazy. If you drop a single point, you fall down in the standings, and that's how the games are looking like. Get Club Course, they'll take on Solid. Get Club, the team at the hottest form at the moment, the team to knock the table toppers off their perch and beat them 3-0. Unfortunately for them, we've not been able to get their match day 12 scores. Their matchup against Die Hard FC still hasn't been inputted yet. I'm sure they'll play that game later, and when we get the results, we'll definitely update you on that one. They also take on Solid, who are much more impressive this season as compared to last season. Let's see how they face up against the challenge of taking on the champions. GG Arena FC and Nova Aura will also do battle. And finally, Phoenix VFC and Kerry's FC also in the mix. Priest, can you pull up the table and let's see how everything is shaping up, because it's just so damn packed. Everywhere you go, you feel like there's something that's about to happen. So like I was teasing earlier, we've got a new league leader in Toka FC. Priest, with the new league leader in Toka FC, do you think there's added edge for Effortless FC to win that game against Nameless Chaos, because it feels like a must win now, and if they lose more games, we'll probably not even see them in the top 4.
Yeah, you're right about that one. We're probably not going to see them in the top 4. They need, they need to pull all the stops in this particular set of matches that they've got coming up, but they cannot afford to lose tonight. Every single point matters from this stage going forward. Losing is one thing, to lose that top spot, and now you have to start being the chaser. The pressure is usually off when you're on top of the leaderboard, and you know that the fixtures coming are not necessarily going to knock you off your perch. But unfortunately for FLS FC, we saw them lose last week, and now they're paying they're paying the price for that error in judgments that they had. They're falling all the way short now. They're in second place. I don't think this is where they saw themselves
Chris, do you think that the fixtures were kind of unfair to FLS FC? Because come to think of it, match day 11 they played Agbado, match day 12 they played Get Club, then match day 13 they are playing Nameless Chaos. That's all teams in the top 5.
I don't want to push that agenda, Sly. You're the one pushing the agenda. I'm not trying to push that agenda, but those of you in GG Arena, the management, you can hear Sly. He's talking about the fixtures. Why are the fixture
difficulties mad?
Yeah, yes, the fixture difficulty for FLS FC right now is nasty work. So Sly is pointing that out. It's not me, it's Sly. Sly has taken note. So those of you that are watching, take note as well. You can see that everything directly affects the leaderboard. Every single performance that these teams make, Get Clap, because they put up a masterclass performance last week and showed exactly why they are one of the best teams in the league. FLS and Toka, I mean, the day that they will lock, have they played each other? I don't know if they have.
No, those two actually haven't played. FLS
they
and
haven't
Toka
played each other, so that's going to be very interesting to look out for as well. It's going to be a very, very big game. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. Sly, we did have some interesting games last week. For those of you that missed it, take a look at the results from match day 11 and 12 as well. Sly, just look at that, all of the action that came through last Thursday. This has shaped up the leaderboard to what we've seen right now. Do you think, between this and the fixtures we have today, do you think we're going to see, similar score lines or something along these lines as well?
I think we'll see something different, like a contrasting form of scorelines, because just like I was saying, when we're going through the fixtures that we'll have today, it's much tighter fixtures because we're having 5th place take on 6th place. We're having we'll have, I think, 2nd place Effortless take on 4th place Nameless Chaos. We're having so many tight games out there. Big Gun 7th place will take on 8th place. So it's just so tightly contested, and I feel like we might see a 1-1 scoreline somewhere, 3-2 scoreline somewhere. It will be tight, but just to take you through how much the 11 went, Toka FC, the guys who are doing a lot of their talking on the pitch, they are now league leaders. Kind courtesy of beating Phoenix VFC 7-0. They've had quite big scorelines. It's what has actually shoot up their goal difference. They're up to plus 39 now, only behind the likes of Nameless Chaos, Get Club, and Effortless. KD Sports and GG Arena had to share the spoils at 1-1, and then Effortless FC, like I was preaching, the match day 11 they faced Agbado, 5th place Agbado, and they were able to beat them 5-0. That wasn't the case for them in match day 12. As they lost to Get Club. Then match 11, we did see on Salid and Big Guns play 3-3. I'm really impressed with how the improvement of on Salid is coming about last season. Not the best of seasons from them, but you could tell that they just needed more games under their belt. They just needed a little bit more chemistry, and that is what they have been able to do. And now I'm seeing them really flourish. Last season, they were at the bottom of the table, and now it seems like they're in a really great spot, and it seems like we are on for kickoff. The ones we've been waiting for, the games have finally begun. Big Guns, KD Sports, seems like they are already on to kickoff. And Big Guns and KD Sports, another huge rivalry, because Big Guns currently in 7th place, KD Sports 8th place. Big Guns up with points, just 3 points to their name. So mind that if KD are able to win this one, then we'll surely see another possibly them being able to overtake another team. But I think Big Guns have a lot more goals. They're +7, KD Sports are -6. So a lot of dynamism going on in there. It's just all about the Nigerian Pro Clubs League and all it brings, because I think Matchday 13 is very, very key to a lot of things that will be happening in the league. So far, I've seen some incredible individual performances. I have made statement time and time again that individual performances can really play a big part in the Pro Clubs team. I think some of these teams that have really great individual players usually flourish when the going gets tough. And I feel like the going might get tough today, because teams that are close to each other on the table, definitely close in skill gap as well. You definitely have a feeling like it could get tough at some point. And we need to see a masterclass on some of these players to be able to pull through and get results for their team. So enjoy yourself some of the highlights that went down for last week Thursday's games. The double harvest, I like to call it, the double fixer harvest, which we had on Thursday, where goals were flying in left, right, center. After Phoenix BFC losing to the likes of Toka FC 7-0, they had to bounce back. We see KD Sports matchup as well against Unsullied. Goals were flying in left, right, center. One thing about the Nigerian Pro Clubs League is there's always usually goals, and it's few times that we've been able to see spectacular defensive performances. I think in our last game on Thursday, JP Goons really did a good job of doing that, showcasing how great they could be defensively. We saw some massive stuff from the goalkeeper as well. So for the Nigerian Pro Clubs League, you always kind of feel like, yeah, there's goals involved, but the defenses, where sometimes when they need to come to the party, they do come to the party. Nameless Bills were also in action against FarQuest Pro. And these guys, they are just magnificent. Look at the back post crosses again. I think this season has been minimized just a bit as compared to last season. And last season it was just so much from them. Almost everybody was trying back post crosses. And look at that game as well. Effortless and Agbado also locking on. Like I said, effortless, putting on a show, because the Matchday 11 they were tested against Agbado. You know what? The scoreline doesn't do justice to this game at all. I don't know if Priest can recall, but in that first half, Agbado played so well, and you feel like the 5-0 scoreline was a little misleading. But hey, in the Nigerian Pro Clubs League, if you don't take your chances, you definitely be punished, and that's how everything turned out for Agbado FC, who are also looking to bounce back today as we're taking on Afro Panda BFC. You might be seeing a lot of the shifting positions on the table, and it will definitely be intriguing to see who goes where and who falls down and who rises up the table as well. It's all about Nigerian Pro Clubs League Season 2 action with a prize pool of 3 million naira. It all goes down on the GG Arena YouTube channel. We go live this and every Monday, 10 p.m. Nigeria time, 9 p.m. Ghana time. You can come and enjoy all of the fun on the GG Arena YouTube channel. Make sure you're checking them out as well on social media. You definitely don't want to miss this one out. All of the updates, all of the gist, everything you need to know about Pro Clubs action is all there for you as well. My name is Slimore. I'll be your caster for today. I'll be taking you through the games that we've got for today, and some of these games, like you said earlier, give us a glimpse of what could really come today. And you kind of feel like we're in for a firecracker. Thursday, the bar was set really, really high, because that Get Club versus Effortless game really gave us something to cheer about. And I feel like this one as well, with Effortless needing to bounce back and then playing against a very good side in Nameless Chaos, we could be in for a banger. So stay glued to your phones, your laptops, wherever you're watching, your TV sets, wherever you're watching the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. Kindly stay glued to them, because we are ready for the action. The men in white from Big Guns ready to get back into action. And their last game, they did draw us 3-3 against Unsullied. This time around, they take on KD Sports in this matchup. A battle which could see a shift in how the positions in the table are looking. It definitely promises to be one to remember. Fast on the wing, the cross will come in, back post. We could see the opening here for them. Well, the opening did come. Really well worked move right there, but just blocked in the area. That's excellent defense from KD Sports. But look at them push up again. Big Guns rewarded for all their persistence in front of goal, and that's the way to do it. Keep attacking at the goal, even if you do not get the desired results. Big Guns open up the lead very, very early. Big Guns are the team currently in 7th position. They know that KD Sports are just right behind them with 17 points. So a lot of stuff going into this game, but KD Sports just need to settle a bit. Conceding a goal within the first 5 minutes can sometimes be a little bit disheartening. But this is the Nigerian Pro Clubs League, and anything can happen. Last one. Trying to cap that one back into dangerous territory for KD Sports. They will be able to manage and get a corner out of this one. The movement from everybody around the box is so interesting to watch. They also get their corner to go in. That's a different way of attacking the corners. Usually when I'm playing 1v1 action or Pro Clubs action, I'm stuck to one style. But sometimes you've got to be diverse, and it seems like these guys have it. Wow, I thought the referee was going to point to the penalty spot.
I thought so as well.
It felt like that was going to be a blatant foul, but the ref did wave it on, and KD Sports make good use of the opportunity given to them. The crosses are coming left, right, center, but still can't capitalize off of them. But I like the intent from KD Sports so far. Not settling after going a goal down. Hunting for the equalizer. I just feel like they could get it anytime soon. Here they come again with Hunter. The pass just not good enough passing. Very, very key in Pro Clubs action. And you know what? We'll have this statement for every single game within FC24. It's key everywhere. Whether you play Volta, you play Ultimate Team, you play Pro Clubs, passing is the most important feature. Hunter again. The drag back, well, interesting. Drag back isn't one of the skill moves that I've really seen guys utilize in Ultimate Team game modes and 1v1 game modes, but it's Pro Clubs action just opens your eyes to a lot of stuff, and with them being able to integrate that into their game, it could catch guys off guard. Moon. This time for highest on the wing, but look how fast presses up. High up the field, looking to win the ball back, but just quite unfortunately can't get a last one to be able to pull the trigger. The defense, once again, proving to be the menace right in front of that goalkeeper. But great start to the game from both sides. Very, very aggressive. Two teams looking to make their mark in season 2. Two teams who were here last season. Two teams who've got a lot of experience from playing last season. That time the pass will just go out for offside. But the first 20 minutes really come back very quickly. Priest, any thoughts on how the game has gone so far? And maybe you've seen one or two things that KD Sports must do to possibly find a way back in this game.
Well, so far, KD Sports are holding possession. I can see the way they're, trying to play by keeping the ball as much as possible. They are doing a fantastic job of holding the ball, but still, Big Guns did give them a little bit of a shocker, with that first goal, element of surprise type of thing. I think KD Sports are still outplaying them potentially, and I think they're gonna, find a goal very soon if they can keep the pressure or if they can continue with the press. That's a beautiful cross over to the side, but Goat will miss that one. The goalkeeper was on time. Again, KD Sports on the transition, they are very good. Holding possession, they're equally as better. Exactly the fact that they keep using this, this right wing where the no highest is. They're playing from that position. I think the left back from Big Guns is getting exposed time and time again. And you can see Big Guns, they're trying to play from the left hand side, crossing into the box. We've seen that. We've seen them do it 2 or 3 times now, and hopefully maybe that might just work out for them, just owing to the fact that they have a forward, a 9 that is very, very capable of getting up to those crosses that are being sent in.
Exactly, and maybe someone sitting and watching at home will probably say the crosses are coming in too easily, but you've also got to give credit to how they are being able to create the opportunities for the crosses. Yankee, huge opportunity by MVP in the post, proving to be the MVP in the game for KD Sports so far, holding it down and still keeping them afloat. The crosses on the naked eye could look like okay, it's just easy, kick it to the side, and you'll be able to get that space. But it's always compact on the side. This is where you need your fullbacks to make those overlapping runs, or the underlapping ones, just to confuse the defense a bit, create a bit of space so you can get the crosses in. So kudos to big guns who are doing that effectively so far. Yankee again, that time, just a misplaced pass. And we've seen a couple of them so far. Just can't get on the same wavelength the teammates. Dead shot in the midfield with Pablo. Goat again. He's been persistent in attack for the big gun side. At that time, the persistence just can't pay off. Ernst again. KD Sports, to be fair to them, they've been knocking at the door. But the goalkeeper and the post says not on my watch. He's been repelling everything. And can he do that for the last 3 minutes of this first half? KD Sports still coming again. Famsi this time will come to their rescue. That's last-ditch defending from the men in whites. And it just can't seem to hold on to it. As KD Sports will come with another attack again. Yankee this time around has options in the box. Just settles in nicely, trying to get more guys into play. What a tackle. That's timing at its premium, and they'll be able to hold on to that 1-goal lead. That is excellent defending. That's a masterclass of defending. That's everybody knowing that sometimes, even if you keep your shape, it can still open up, but we'll need someone to be the hero. We've seen Famsi be the hero at times. We've seen other defenders be the hero at times, but the one who's been called into action the most of the times has been MVP in the post, and he definitely is worthy of that name, MVP, keeping the scoreline intact, keeping the clean sheets intact so far. But like we say on the Nigerian Pro Clubs League, if you keep giving a team a chance to create chances against you, the door will finally budge. The door will break down. And my only advice for big guns is, hey, I know you're leading, but if you keep opening these spaces up for that team, they'll definitely punish you when they get the chance. And it's all looking really, really good for KD Sports. And if they can build upon that, I feel like there could be a goal coming in there right now. If you just joined, this is the Nigerian Pro Clubs League Season 2 action on to match day 13. The match that we got on the main broadcast first half was that game between KD Sports and Big Guns. Big Guns taking the lead really early through a nicely worked move from the corner. A little bit of a scuffle in the box, but hey, they didn't care. They'll take the goal. They need those 3 points to keep afloat and keep being on top of KD Sports, leading currently, but KD Sports finishing the half the better of the two, but just can't change the most important statistic of the game, which still says Big Guns 1, KD Sports 0. Will they be able to change their fortunes? We'll be finding out very, very soon. Other fixtures which we could be featuring on the main broadcast: JP Goons Fan Quest Pro, another tie battle, Toka FC. Can they keep that top spot alive and prevent the likes of Effortless and Get Clapped from overtaking them as they'll take on Die Hard FC? KD Sports and Big Guns, the game you're currently watching on your screens. Nameless Chaos and Effortless FC. More tough tax for Effortless FC, and will they be able to prove to us that they are worthy of being on top? We are going to head into second half of the action as the scores remain as you were, with Big Guns slightly up ahead by a goal to nil. Famsi at the back switches the play into soft. Big Guns, at this point, if you can't defend your lines, then you can't prevent teams from always creating chances against you. Then try to keep hold on to the ball for longer periods now. Keep hold on to the ball for longer periods, but with purpose. You can't just be knocking it between defenders and possibly the central defensive midfielder. You have to find a purpose. Try to get it high up the field and then just play around. And an opening could surely come for possibly the second goal of the day, highest on the wing. Yeah, seems like we're having problems from their end of the stream. Hopefully, we're able to get it back up and running. I'm definitely curious to see how that game will go, because those two have shown us in that first half that they have a lot in them. They've got a lot in the tank, and I just have a feeling that KD Sports could do something new. But back to the talking points, the big talking points of Matchday 13. Afro Panda, Agbado FC, Fit versus Sit. It couldn't get any better than that. They are also on the same points, 21-21. And just as we left the stream, that was when Big Ants found a way to double it. And like I said, if you fail to make good use of the chances, you will be punished. And KD Sports have been punished heavily because in that first half, they did create chances for themselves, just unable to convert. And look what has happened. 67th minute, down by 2-0. I'm not saying it's impossible to come from, but hey, when Big Ants do get in the groove, they are tough side to beat, and them being up by 2-0 puts them in a very advantageous position. KD Sports surely go back and do them a whole lot of good. They just can't find them, but they'll be rewarded with a free kick in a very good area. Last one to take it for them. Those three things happen to Dr. Moon, trying to conjure something up to just maybe give them a goal. That was a lofted cross in that area. And now they will be privy to a counter. Big Guns to find the third. And surely now say bye-bye to KD Sports and get their third goal of the day. 3 points in the bag. But that was one of the worst executed free kicks I've seen in pro clubs action. That was so bad from KD Sports, and that's how it can get for you. Just within a blink of an eye, you lose out on that free kick, can't recover your lines, and you're beaten through a counter-attack. NPCL can definitely be cruel sometimes. KD Sports, though, it's not down yet. Keep on attacking. Bablu. Big Guns are just working on the counter now, just waiting to pick up the pieces because they know that for KD Sports, they've just got one thing to do. Attack. And Big Guns says, okay, we'll welcome you, we'll sit back, and we'll pounce on the counter. And they've been able to get a goal out of that. You can see the passing accuracy also heavily favoring KD Sports at that point. They're passing so well, but are the passes meaningful yet? You can't say that because in the goal scoring chart, they are well below the team currently with 3 goals so far. Hunter for KD Sports. Maybe we get something dramatic before this game ends. And what the defense has done in this game is something for sure that we'll remember for a very long time. Matchday 13, KD Sports and Big Guns game. Big Guns defenders have put their bodies on the line every single time they've been called into action. And MVP has even been quiet in the second half. That's extreme for how great he was in that first half. Hunter again. KD Sports, you've got to admire the way they keep coming at Big Guns. Chef Tachi. Oh, that was a deft touch. That was a very interesting one. Something you don't usually see. And Big Guns to look to pick up the pieces on the counter again. Another back post cross. Look at them working out so well. That time, just offside. But please, this is the perfect case of you didn't take your chances and you were punished, and how cruel the NPCL can be.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it any better myself. You get punished when you don't take your chances, when you can't defend your lines as well. KD Sports got caught twice, on the breakaway, on the counter-attack from Big Guns, and exactly what you said, Sly. They sat back, they waited, and KD Sports made the mistake of not being able to finish on the transition on their own part. And unfortunately for them, Big Guns had a strategy, and it played perfectly right into their hands, and they will walk away with the 3 points.
Exactly, and it's well deserved, I should say.
Did he use his back to score?
They are toying with their opponents now. It's enjoyment season now for Big Guns, sorry, but that was crazy. That was just mad. Like, these guys, they are just enjoying their stuff right now. Big Guns making a 4 and cementing their 7th spot now. They could be putting a lot of pressure on Afro Panda as well, because Afro Panda also have a game against Agbado. So right now, Big Guns has overtaken Afro Panda into 6th spot. Actually, they have overtaken Agbado as well, because Agbado is also just on 21. So if Agbado and Afro Panda do play out a draw, then that could really, really benefit Big Ants after this huge 4-0 win. So we'll see how it all plays out. I told you we'll see a lot of mixing and matching in the table and how things are going. We'll be switching our attention to Agbado. Agbado in action. Is that Agbado in action I'm seeing? Let me cross check and then we'll see what team is in action currently. Agbado is supposed to take on Afro Panda VFC, and that is indeed the game currently on your screens. The game I was talking about earlier with Big Ants now winning, that someone needs to win this game to prevent Big Ants from getting into possibly the 5th spot, and they're already playing out a 1-1 draw. Yeah, it does get sometimes like that in the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. Hopefully, when we get onto the Agbado Afro Panda VFC game, we'll be able to see a lot more of the action and how things are unfolding right there. But kudos to Big Gun sealing the deal, 4-0. They gave me a little bit of a scare at the end of that first half when they came under a lot of pressure against KD Sports. KD Sports were banging at the door. They created chance after chance. We saw great moves from them. We saw a corner that was dangerous. We saw a back post cross that was dangerous. We saw a shot from distance that was dangerous. But every time their goalkeeper and defense were called into action, they definitely made it worth their while, and they are able to take all 3 points from that one. They put themselves in pole position to possibly be in 5th position by the end of match day 13. Kudos to Big Guns. They secured the 3 points in the back. For Agbado and Afro Panda, I know at this time they're probably not ahead of their scores yet. So they'll be playing ignorant of how the game has gone between Big Guns and KD Sports, but all they need to have at the back of their minds is just try to win. But at this point, they are level 1-1. We'll see when we'll be able to get them back on the stream. That's not the only positions in the table which could change today. The table topping position could also change today, as Stalker FC, who are top of the table, will take on Die Hard FC. Effortless FC also taking on Nameless Chaos. Stalker FC just managed to drop a single point. They could be in trouble. If Get Club also play their outstanding game and also win today, they could also put a lot more pressure on Stalker FC. So it's all mixing the matching and the Nigerian Pro Class League. Again, to be honest with you, that is how we like it in the town. And it seems like where it is, Agbado FC have taken the lead 2-1. The men in red are doing the business. They want to keep that 5th position they've been holding on to all season long so far. Just try to put more pressure on Nameless Chaos, who take on Effortless later in the day. So it's all just getting crazy out right there. Agbado FC are by 2-1 against Afro Panda VFC. Seems like the game from Agbado and Afro Panda quality just down a bit, but we'll definitely work things around and hopefully we are able to get them back into action. I mean, at the bottom of the table is also going down right there. Phoenix VFC, JP Goons, Die Hard FC, teams that Phoenix VFC are the only team that have won just one single game all season, and they'll be looking to be able to change that the way that the season is going on for them. Not the best of starts to the season. A newly created team. That's 3 newly created teams at the bottom. Die Hard, JP Goons, and Phoenix VFC. It's a little bit of a surprise, but I'm not too surprised because they're coming up against experienced teams. And even for Onsali, who struggled last season, they've done extremely well this season already with 4 wins, 1 draw. Even though the 7 losses are a lot, they've been able to garner for themselves 13 points at this point. It seems like Get Club, the champions, are getting into their groove and doing their usual thing, making sure that they pile the pressure up by 6-1 at the Fola and the boys, making sure that they get everything down to a team, secure all of those 3 points, and put the pressure on the table toppers. At the Fola, though, being on social media and just following one of the best players in Nigeria, he did post something today which was very sad to see. He was Indeed, the ENPFL champion. He was set to represent Nigeria and his club team in Germany later this weekend. And it seems like because of visa issues, we wouldn't see a Nigerian champ right there. For myself, Priest, and everybody in the pro clubs community, we say just keep your head up high. Therefore, another huge opportunity will come with you. Hopefully, maybe it's even with pro clubs to do it on the big stage. But just keep your head up high, champ. And I'm just glad that he's here today, making an impact for Get Club Cause, up by 6 goals to 1 with about 5 minutes to go. On solid, I knew this one was a very tough task for them. Going up against the champions, and they are definitely feeling the heat right now. The champions are just flexing their muscles all over. But Priest, away from pro clubs action a bit, we've now had two situations in which two Nigerian players have had the chance to travel abroad. Because I knew Farouk Manzo was also supposed to play in DreamHack Dallas, DreamHack Sweden, but he also had visa issues, and now I'm hearing Adefola also has visa issues. What's happening? Because if we're able to get an opportunity for our pro class players to also go outside on the big stage, we can't have visa issues blocking us because we need our Nigerian champs to perform on the world stage. What's happening?
Yeah, I would think that, at this stage, 2024 that we're in, the esports scene would have gone, to another level where we don't have to worry about visa issues because I can speak from experience owing to the fact that I have, traveled out of Nigeria before. Based off of a tournament invitation. So I know that the people that were involved in, making it happen were the organizers of said event. It wasn't actually a difficult process. I got my visa in like a month. Tickets and everything just came through the mail. It was a very seamless process when I traveled for the Global Esports Games last year. So I know for a fact that if the system works, it works. So I don't know. I personally don't think that whatever happened had anything to do with Fola himself directly. I think it is more to do with the organization, so we need more transparency from these organizations. They always need to keep us in the loop, what exactly is going on. Visa issues is a very, very common term. We just use it as a bracket term, visa issues, and again, it's still part of the things we are always talking about, like, what does it mean when you say visa issues? Are you saying that you were denied a visa? Okay, then, if you're denied a visa, why are you denied a visa? What does it mean? Why are you denied a visa? Why isn't the visa denied to other participants, from other countries? What exactly is the issue with it always being Nigerian players? That's why I can speak on this because I've seen the visa process up close and personally when I was asked to leave the country, to participate in something international. So I know for a fact that the process is very seamless when the organization needs it to be. So for us to keep having this visa issues talk in 2024, nah, somebody has to be held accountable for this one. We have to know exactly what it means when we use the term visa issues. What does it mean? Because I'm saying this in air quotes, visa issue. It's not the first time we're hearing this, visa issues. We know when Fola participated in the ENPFL championship where he won the grand final. We knew that he was going to represent us in Berlin. We knew the date, we knew the time, we knew exactly what was involved. Exactly, so how long between then and now are we still talking about visa issues? That was almost 2 months ago. So throughout the entire month of June, visa issues. Come on now, this is 2024. All the information you need is literally out there in the open, so the only thing I know is between Fola and the people in charge of making this a possibility, between them, that's what we need to be focused on. Are you saying that next time if the ENPFL comes and there's another winner, that person is also going to have visa issues again? Then why bother? Why do we bother? It's the same thing. It's not like Fola was missing any documents or anything like that. It's the same, visa issues that we always hear about. So we want to understand, what does visa issues mean? Was he denied visa because he's a Nigerian or because of something else? For any other reason, there has to be always a reason, because I'm pretty sure the other countries that are participating, in this World Championship, did not have visa issues. So it is what it is. I hope Fola keeps his head up. He's not the first Nigerian this is happening to. Like you said, Farouk, it also happened to him, for DreamHack Dallas as well, and Sweden. Same thing happened to him. Same thing we always talk about, visa issues. What does visa issues mean? That's what I want to know. What does it mean? How do they get denied, this basic thing that other countries are getting, relatively very easily? Because they can't deny everyone now. Then there'll be no competition,
Yeah. Well said, Priest. I think you really have spoken about it extensively, and I just hope anybody that is watching, any esports personnel that is watching from the African countries, because I know this problem is not only faced by Nigerians as well, it's faced by a lot of Africans elsewhere. We need to start pushing for stuff like this and have our athletes be able to travel seamlessly and also be able to make impact outside. Because if we have a chance with the EMPFL and then the NPCL making huge opportunities for us like this, we cannot blow them. And I hope this message goes across very, very well. So kudos to Adefola. Just keep your head up high. Keep doing what you are doing. We know your chance will definitely come, and keep making waves in the EMPFL and the NPCL. He's already done excellent stuff for his team Get Club, as they did winning that big one against Unsullied. And we'll also get back to that game. We're speaking of Agbado and Afro Panda VFC. Agbado holding on strongly to that fifth position. They did start the day in fifth position. It seems like they will finish the day in fifth position, but that is not going to be the case for Afro Panda. A team who started the day in sixth position, they will now be overtaken by Big Guns, who got a big victory, winning 4-0. So we definitely said there will be changes on the league table, and we will surely see them in a bit. Hopefully, on Thursday, we'll have a clearer view of how things are looking like and scores from elsewhere as well. But as it stands, seems like Agbado FC will keep their fifth position, and not the same results for Afro Panda, who will fall down in the standings with about 15 minutes to go. Agbado trying to possibly pull off an attack here. It seems like still today, I don't know what's happening to our teams and their streams. We'll surely sort things out, and then hopefully it's a more smooth stream on Thursday, because of course Thursday we've got double header game, and it should be excellent. And we'll definitely have a lot more games for you, a lot more tight games, a lot more games which will decide who could be where on the league table. It's officially the Nigerian Pro Clubs League Matchday 13. The league which we started, now we are into possibly going close to 2 months. It's been a wonderful time here so far, with 3 million naira on the line. Everybody putting a lot into this one. So every single time I watch the teams, you kind of feel like you know what is at stake. It's pride, it's passion, it's representing your club at the highest level, the best of the best clubs in Nigeria going head to head. I've also got aware that it's not just only being able to play for your club. You could represent Nigeria when possibly a national VPT tournament comes around. We did see that they played Ghana in a friendly some time back, and of course their club made Nigerians proud. So there's a lot more at stake, and playing well goes a very, very long way in making your sports career and pro clubs worth your while. And hopefully these teams see how serious it is. So far, when they are playing on the pitch, yeah, they are definitely telling us they know the seriousness with which the NPCL comes with, and we'll definitely keep on enjoying this one. So just stay with us, even though today hasn't been as seamless as we'd love it. Yes, I urge you to keep staying with the GG Arena channel on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Kindly hit the bell for post notification. We go live 10 p.m. Nigerian time, 9 p.m. Ghana time. I will definitely get you slotted into how the action is going. We'll have word from that Agbado game that has come to a close. Agbado sealing out the win, closing the lid on that 3 points, winning by 6-3. For Afro Panda VFC, commiserations to them, but they'll have to drop down the leaderboard. Better pill to swallow from them, as they went against the tough Agbado FC. But that's how that game ended, and kudos to Agbado for maintaining their spot as well. It's making sure that all of the things are are coming together for all of the teams, all of the players. Toka FC, we haven't seen much of them since I think on Thursday we weren't able to catch Toka FC in action as well. Hopefully, this Thursday we're able to see something from the Get Club. We did see them beat the league leaders at the time, FLS 3-0 on Thursday, last week Thursday. I'm speaking of. Hopefully, we also get to see them today. We have actually seen them today against Onsali. They did put 6 past Onsali, so they've also secured their 3 points at one side. So far, the games that we haven't gotten any word from Kerry's, Phoenix, GG Arena, Nova, Aura. We haven't seen FLS and Nameless Girls. I was looking forward to that game. Hopefully, we're able to get you on the main broadcast before we end today's stream. And then Toka FC, Diehard FC, also nothing on them. JP Guns and FanQuest Pro, the battle at the bottom, the battle for who will stay out of the relegation zone is also going on strongly in the NPCL, and that's how everything is really shaping up to be in this one. I'm always looking forward to the next level for the NPCL. Now we've got the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. It has showcased and given us an opportunity to see that, hey, we've got really good talent with some of these pro clubs teams. We've seen them face off against the likes of the Ghana team. I think those had a friendly with the Ivory Coast a while back, but we need more of these international matches as the pro clubs league go on, and hopefully GG Arena is able to fix matches like that for us to see where the Nigerian squad really is at a point, and how they are faring, how good they are, because they'll come up against the best of the best. And I think for this game, we've seen how it went down already. Get clubbed against Unsullied. Priest, is it a live game we are getting?
Oh no, I was actually running this back to see where the issue is coming from. I wanted to be certain where the streams errors were coming from. I wanted to know if it was from my end or from the stream itself, and it seems like it's from the stream itself because it's pretty smooth right now. So I think it was everyone's feed. I was having issues with everyone's feed. As you can see, look at that, 530 something ms. So I think that was it was more from them than us. And yeah, so I just wanted to make sure that was the case, on their own part. So hopefully next week, or rather on Thursday, I think we'll have a better feed. This most of the issues that we got today was from the streams that were sent to us. I don't know what the issue was. I'm not sure, what the issue was, but hopefully it's going to get sorted by the next time, by Thursday. But yeah, it is what it is. We saw a little piece of the action. We saw a little piece of the action. Sly, how did you feel about the games you were able to, get on the games you were able to get on the broadcast? How did you feel about the matches you saw? You saw Get Claps. They put some numbers on the board. We saw a little bit of action as well from Agbado FC. They turned up heavily against Afro Panda, and yeah, I mean it was a fun night. It was filled with some interesting games. Unfortunately, the streams were not the links that we got were not necessarily I don't know what was going on with the links, but we were still able to catch a little bit of the action. We're gonna see some more highlights surely by Thursday. But before that, we still got a little bit of a vibe of the first game. I think we did cover Cade and Big Guns. That game the way that game went, I wasn't expecting it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was expecting something different, from that game. I was expecting Cade to ball, but they weren't balling, man. They got balled out. They got absolutely decimated by Big Guns on the counter. Do you think they need to do better in defense or in finishing their chances? Because realistically, like you said, Cade got more chances than Big Guns did, but they just couldn't finish. They just couldn't find that extra push to finish their chances. But Big Guns kept catching them on the counter attack. 2 goals through counter attack and transition positions. Do you think Cade need to work now on being able to, fall back when they are being caught on the counter, or make sure that every attack they launch will yield something beneficial?
I think that's a brilliant question, but in the NPCL, you've always got to look at percentages and the number of chances you create. If you create 5 chances in a game, you have to be able to finish around 3 of them or 2 of them. With KD Sports, they went 0 for 5 because at the end of that first half, they had 4 straight chances in which they could have gotten a goal from that, and they all missed from that. So I think it's working on the attack because if they did get goals, they will be able to be a lot more comfortable because you without a goal, it puts a lot more pressure on yourself. You want to now get into the game, get your equalizer. You send more bodies forward, and they were punished in that second half. So, in my opinion, there's definitely the offense that they need to work on, but they're not far off the other teams at all. I think they'll definitely have a great bounce back on Thursday, hopefully, when we get to see them in action.
All right. Yeah, you heard it from Sly himself. Thursday, the action continues in a double game fixture. So don't forget to lock in. It's the GG Arenas Nigerian Pro Clubs League. Millions of naira on the line, and everybody is vying for a chance to be on top. Nameless, Effortless FC, Nameless Chaos, Get Clap Cause, Toka FC, so many big name teams in the mix, all of them trying to get a little taste of that money. So don't touch that dial. We'll see you guys on Thursday in a double headed fixture. It's bye from me and bye from Sly. See you guys in the next one. Peace.
Juju.